Have you ever looked at the dizzying pace of technological change and thought, is everything I know about programming about to become utterly irrelevant? Specifically, you've probably heard the whispers, the rumors, or the outright shoutouts about vibe coding, and you're left wondering, in this brave new world, should you be vibing or should you be, well, not vibing? The answer, my dear friends, is far more nuanced than a simple yes or no. And trust me, the benefit for sticking around is worth it. But first, let's dive into the glorious chaotic world of code, AI, and why your brain still matters. Alright, let's get real for a second. I'm a programmer, been at it for over a decade. I've dabbled in everything from making websites look pretty, or at least not actively offensive, to wrestling with mobile apps, building software that probably still has a few hidden bugs, and even venturing into the wild west of game development and robotics. Yeah, I've seen things. Some I loved, some made me question my life choices, but that's another story for another time. The point is, I've got some mileage on this coding odometer. Odometer? You got the point. And because of that, I can confidently say that I can more or less vibe code. Now, for those of you who might be thinking, vibe coding? Is that like coding but with good vibes? Well, yes, in a way. But more specifically, it's about using AI tools like Biela.dev, for example, to generate code or even entire applications by simply prompting them with what you want. It's like having a super smart, incredibly fast, and occasionally sassy intern who writes all the boilerplate code for you. You tell it what to do and poof, code appears. No more painstakingly typing out every single line. Sounds like a dream, right? Almost too good to be true. And as well as we all know, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably has a few hidden, let's say, quirks. If you're curious about vibe coding and want to go deeper, check out the video linked in the description. I break it all down and share practical tips to help you use it more effectively. So let's say you're a complete newbie. You've heard programming is still a hot ticket in 2025, and spoiler alert, it absolutely is 100% yes. You're ready to dive in. Should you just jump straight into vibe coding? Well, my answer, with all the wisdom of a decade spent staring at glowing screens, is a resounding no. At least not exclusively. Think of it this way. If you want to be a master chef, you don't just buy a fancy automated cooking machine and call it a day. You learn to chop, to saute, to understand flavors. You want to learn the why behind the what. It's the same with programming. Vibe coding is fun, it's fast, it's easy, but understanding what the AI is doing, why it's doing it, and perhaps most importantly, if it's doing it right, that's where the real magic happens. Without that foundational knowledge, you're essentially a passenger in a self-driving car that occasionally takes scenic detours through a swamp. You might get to your destination, but it won't be pretty and you won't know how to fix it when it inevitably gets stuck. A bit of technical knowledge helps you know what to ask the AI and when to step in and say, "Bless your silicon heart." But that's not quite right. Let me show you how it's done. Now, for those of us who have a few years or even a few decades under our belts, we've seen fads come and go, we've embraced new technologies, reluctantly adopted others, and probably still have a soft spot for that one obscure language nobody uses anymore. In my case, it's Pascal. So, should we switch to vibe coding or stick to the good old-fashioned handcrafted code we know and tolerate? And here we go again with the ever so helpful answer, yes and no. Because let's be honest, vibe coding will help you a lot. Instead of building every single component from scratch, you can leverage AI to handle the less sensitive parts. Think of it as outsourcing your tedious, repetitive tasks to a tireless, emotionless robot. You can have it build the UI, generate some basic data structures, or even write those pesky unit tests that always seem to get pushed to the very end of the sprint. This frees you up to focus on the truly innovative, complex, and frankly more interesting parts of the project. The parts that require your unique, brilliant human touch. Because let's face it, while AI is good, it's not you. And your clients, bless their impatient hearts, want things done fast. Like yesterday fast. and well. Now, you might be thinking, but I love writing code, it's my art, my passion, and I get it. I really do. There's a certain zen to crafting elegant lines of code. But here's the cold, hard truth. Your client doesn't care about your zen. They care about the finished product, delivered on time, and preferably under budget. You can't magically type 10 times faster than you already do. Maybe twice as fast on a good day, fueled by huge amounts of caffeine and questionable life choices, but 10 times? 100 times? That's where AI becomes your very best, slightly sarcastic friend. It's not about replacing you, it's about augmenting you, making you a coding superhero but with less spandex and more keyboard shortcuts. Ah, the $1 million question, or in some cases, the 150,000 question. You've probably seen the headlines, the social media posts, the panicked whispers. AI is coming for your jobs. I recently saw a post about a software developer who supposedly lost their 150k job to AI and now can't find work. And honestly, I'm not buying it. I'm about 80 to 90% sure that the story is either completely fabricated or that programmer wasn't exactly setting the world on fire with their coding prowess. Because here's the thing, AI isn't going to take your job, but it is, without a shadow of a doubt, going to change it. Think of it less as a replacement and more as an evolution. We won't be writing as much boilerplate code. Instead, we'll be communicating more and more with the AI. We'll become less code monkeys and more like product managers, guiding the AI, refining its output, and ensuring it aligns with our vision. We'll be the conductors of this technological orchestra, not just the individual musician. Your value won't be in how many lines of code you can churn out, but in your ability to understand the bigger picture, to solve complex problems, and to leverage these powerful new tools to create something truly remarkable. So no, your job isn't toast. It's just getting a very interesting AI-powered upgrade. So remember that question from the beginning? The one about whether everything you know is about to become irrelevant? Well, here's the answer. And here's why your brain, your creativity, your problem-solving skills, and your uniquely human ability to think outside the box will always be relevant, even in a world of increasingly intelligent AI. AI is a tool, a very, very powerful tool, yes, but it's still a tool. It doesn't have intuition, it doesn't have empathy, it doesn't understand the subtle nuances of human communication or the unspoken needs of a client. It can't innovate in the true sense of the word. It can only extrapolate from the data it's been fed. It can't dream up the next big idea, the truly disruptive technology, or the elegant solution to a problem that no one has even articulated yet. That, my friends, is where you come in. Your ability to ask the right questions, to identify problems before they become catastrophes, to connect seemingly disparate ideas, to bring a unique perspective to the table, these are the things AI cannot replicate. You are the architect, the visionary, the one who understands the human element behind the code. You are the one who can look at an AI-generated solution and say, that's good, but what if we tried this? You are the one who can infuse a project with creativity, with soul, with that intangible something that makes it truly stand out. So, should you vibe code? Absolutely. Embrace it. Learn to wield it like the powerful weapon it is. But never, ever stop learning the fundamentals. Never stop honing that critical thinking skills. Never stop being curious, because the future of programming isn't about humans or AI. It's about humans with AI. It's about you, the brilliant, adaptable, and occasionally sarcastic programmer, using these incredible tools to build things we can't even imagine yet. And that, my friends, is a future worth vibing for. Like this video if you're ready to embrace the future of code, and follow for more insights.